Hello students, today we are going to see the poem Leave This Chanting written by Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was a famous Bengali polymath who reshaped Bengali literature and music. Rabindranath Tagore was born on 7th May 1861 in Kolkata. His father's name was Rabindranath Tagore, who was the leader of the Brahmo Samaj, and mother name was Sarla Devi. He was a Brahmin and his nickname was Rab or Rabbi. Tagore wrote his first poem when he was only 8 years old. He got married on 9th December 1883 at the age of 22 and his wife's name was Mrinalini Devi. He was a poet, novelist, theorist, painter, composer and a true Indian and Bengali by heart. He was the author of Gitanjali, for which he became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913. Tagore wrote around 2,230 songs and more than 2,500 paintings and drawings. Tagore wrote the national anthems for India and Bangladesh, and he died on 7th August 1940. Now we are going to see the poem lines from Leave This Chanting. Leave This Chanting is the extract from Gitanjali. Gitanjali is a collection of 103 poems. Our poem Leave This Chanting is the 11th one in it. Here Tagore glorifies the life of humble laborers and rejects the way of life. The poem also has a universal appeal. Here, Tagore also attacks the empty rituals and expresses sympathy for the poor and the downtrodden. Now, we are going to see the meaning for the lines of the poem. In the first part of the poem, Tagore advises the holy man of prayer to abandon the outdated method of chanting, singing, and murmuring loud prayers by holding tight the chain of beads one by one. He says that God is not in the dark chamber where the so-called devotee is meditating and chanting. He asks them to open their eyes and find that God is not really there, that is, in front of them. According to Tagore, God stands with the tiller who is tilling the hard ground. He is with the pathmaker who is breaking stones in the open air. He is with both of them in the heat of the sun and in the shower of the rain. And he lives with them whose clothes are soiled with dust. And then he asks the priest if they want to meet the God, they must come out of the temple, give up their holy robes and walk with the humble tillers and pathmakers. Then, in the next lines, he speaks about deliverance, that is, mukti or moksha. After all, man's ultimate spiritual goal is to seek God deliverance. This is the liberation of the soul from the cycle of birth and death. In the next line, it tells that God himself is bound to all of us in chains of love. He himself is not free and he joyfully bound himself to the work of creation and to the objects he created. In the next line, he urges the people to leave the ritualistic flowers and incense which does not serve any purpose. According to the poet, one can find God not in the temple but with the workers who are working all day in the dirt and under the hot sun. Those who seek God should be prepared to meet him and stand by him in toil and in the sweat of the brow. Thus, Tagore's poem Leave This Chanting tries to expose the false religiousness of worshippers everywhere. Thank you.